So my 2025 calendars arrived and I am so excited because I'm gonna ship them out tomorrow. So I'm gonna package them and I need to fulfill a shop order. Yeah, let's go do it. All right, so here are all of the calendars. The desk calendar size was actually like the most popular. Yeah. I think in total I had about 12 orders, I think. Some of them I already delivered because I already had them in my possession. And so I was able to just like give it to them right away. But then the rest of them, they're pre-ordered. So I just ordered in bulk. And that's what I like about pre-orders, because since these are print on demand, I still have to pay for shipping when I order them. So I don't want to have to pay, you know, over and over again for shipping for these products. It's better to just kind of do like a bulk order. So yeah, so this is how they look. I have these like rigid mailers. Most of the orders are just the single calendars. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just put these in here. But I was thinking of adding like a sticker or something maybe to just kind of boost up their order and to show my appreciation. All right, so this is my giant thing of stickers that I take with me to my craft fair. And when I get a shop order, I'm able to just kind of like browse through here and see if I have it. Okay, I had like 12 of these containers and then I actually labeled them and I have the barcodes so that I can use it when I check out. So yeah, obviously I want to give them plant themed stuff. So this one has like all plants. This one has some flowers as well as some cacti. Yeah, I mean, I think those are most of my plant stuff. This one, I think I have some plant stickers, but then they're holographic. So yeah, look how pretty this one is. I think if it's appropriate, oh yeah, see, like I have a Monstera holographic one. So cool. Okay, yeah, I think I'll put aside some of the holographic ones. Let me see. These are the Monstera ones. So, so pretty. Oh, and here's some cacti ones too. I love it. Oh, I have 3 of them. I think that's all the holographic ones. Oh man, sidebar, I am running low on my thank you cards. So I might have to, you know, maybe try redesigning it and then ordering some more. I love these thank you cards. I love it because it's like so thick. It's so thick. It's such good quality. The colors are just so vibrant. Yeah, it just says simply thank you on the back. But I have thought about updating this to have a message like already written out, and then I just write the person's name at the top, and that'll just kind of help streamline my process, because that's what I see a lot of other shop owners doing. But I'll be honest, I don't get that many shop orders. It's not like I'm processing like dozens of orders every single day. So I still like writing a personalized message. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn. But yeah, let's go ahead and write some thank you cards. I need to print out the packing slips, write down the thank you cards, print out the other shop order, and then it'll be time to package. All right, I've got my packing slips, my thank you cards, and it's time to write. You know, something that I noticed while I was writing the thank you cards was that a lot of them are repeat customers. And I think as a shop owner, that means so much. It means that you love our stuff enough to purchase again, even when we come out with new designs or new products. And I know that these people are doing it because they really appreciate it. Like they're buying it for themselves and for other people. Sometimes I get overwhelmed knowing that there are people who really appreciate my stuff. Please ignore all the mess that is back there. And I think I get overwhelmed because I still struggle with imposter syndrome. And if you're an artist, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of these people who are repeat customers are also my friends. But even still, I'm not forcing them to buy from me. No one is forcing them to buy, and yet they still choose to. So I always appreciate their support. I love it when they're, excited for me. I love it when they're like, the first to buy something. It just means a lot. So whether you are a customer or were a customer or you're thinking about becoming a customer, I really, really appreciate it. And even those who haven't necessarily bought from me, but maybe you've, shared about my shop on social media, or maybe you've liked my posts or commented on it. Like all of those things help, like they really do. And those are all free. Even watching this YouTube video and liking it and commenting on it, I know it might not seem like it matters, but it really does. All right, sappy moment over. Let's get back to work. I have my holographic stickers here. I need to put together the packages. I still need to print out one more order. So let's see, she ordered a couple of things. So she ordered Christmas cards as well as one of the washi tape designs. So I need to grab all of that and make sure they're all ready. All right, so something that you may not know is that all of my greeting cards have a special envelope liner. One of my customers purchased 2 different greeting cards. She purchased a set, so that means that there are 6 cards in a set. So I need to print some envelope liners and then get them cut through my Cricut. For my envelope liners, I print them on this huge paper, and yeah, here it comes out now. So this is going to be for the Christmas trees cards. And so I just take this giant sheet and then I put it through my Cricut. So I'll show you how I do that too. So because this sheet is super long, I have to use the extra long Cricut mat. So the Cricut mat comes in 12 by 12 or 12 by 24. So I use the 12 by 24, obviously. And then because this is also really long, I have to add an attachment. I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but I have to add another attachment to my Cricut. Now, the downside to this is that this was built for the Explore Air 2. So it's a little clunky trying to fit this in here, but it's supposed to fit. Let me see if I can do this with the camera in my hand. But it's supposed to fit like here in this little cubby and then like close the door on it. So it's supposed to be like that. So then as the mat comes out, it uses this and rests on this because my table is not that deep. And then it still needs clearance in the back too. So you need the clearance in the back as well as in the front. So if someone else has a better idea for this, please let me know. All right, so let's take this mat, feed it through, and then see how it's able to kind of like hang, because without that stand, it's gonna be too like bent, so we don't want that to happen. All right, well, this is blinking and ready to go. So this basically just cuts the liner shape out for me, and then I glue it into the envelope. Good morning. I have a couple things on the agenda today. First, I need to go to the post office and drop off the calendars. Second, I need to pick up some coffee. Third, I need to stop by Blick Art Materials and pick up some liquid watercolor paints for my in-person watercolor workshops. And then I'll be teaching a workshop later this afternoon. So these are some of the packages that need to come with me. And then this one is kind of a big one because she also wanted stuff from my Christmas collection. So let's go. All right, I'm in the car. I've got all my stuff packed up. Let's go. So I've picked up my coffee. I'm feeling good. I picked up my paints for the workshop. I was a little disappointed because the colors that I normally buy were not available in the store. So I did buy the colors that I did need, but there were one or two, yeah, the green and the brown that I couldn't buy. So I'll have to get those at their online store, which is fine because I always order like watercolor paper and a lot of other supplies from them, like pretty regularly. So I'll just have to add that to the order. But yeah, so now I just got to drive down to the library. From where I am right now, it's about 40 minutes or so driving, but that's like quite normal here in the Chicago suburbs. Like driving 25 minutes or more is like totally normal. It's not a big deal, and I'm really thankful that we got an electric vehicle, so I feel like I'm being better to the environment. So I don't know. Yeah, let's take a sip and go. Oh, that's good. That's good. I just got done with the watercolor workshop and it went so well. In my watercolor workshops, I always start out with like basic techniques, and then so we practice the wet on dry technique, and then for the cardinal particularly, we also learned the wet on wet technique. I really like to start with these kinds of basic techniques because I think it's important for them to like just feel really comfortable with, you know, handling the brush and like knowing when to pick up paint, when to wash it out, when to, when to blot, like all of those things. I think as a beginner, like sometimes we like freeze up and we're like, I don't know what to do next, you know? So showing them like you can get these kinds of effects when you do X, Y, and Z with your brush and with your paint, like that just helps them so much. I really like to help like build confidence in that way. So anyway, so we did that, and then today we painted the cardinal. So we learned also how to like transfer a sketch using graphite paper, and then we painted the cardinal. In my watercolor workshops, I always use liquid watercolors, as you probably saw me setting up earlier. And liquid watercolors are definitely different. They're usually dye-based. They're just a lot more saturated. The way that I use liquid watercolors is a little bit different than how I use traditional pan paints. So I sometimes have to like change up my technique a little bit, but the results are still, you know, fun and exciting. And that's all that matters. It's almost 3 p.m. and I am, I'm pretty wiped. I do have to go home and then prep for tomorrow's workshop, and then probably order some of that liquid watercolor that I wasn't able to find at Blick earlier today. So I still have some work to do when I go home. I always love teaching. It's always a rewarding experience. And yeah, let's just head on home now. All right, I have another watercolor workshop tonight, so I just wanted to check in on my supplies. I know that so many of my pencils are dull, so I need to, just take some time to sharpen them. Let me just look at these. Yeah, these need to be so badly sharpened. So I'm gonna sharpen these, and then some of my paints are kind of running low as well. So yeah, this one's like half full. The blue actually looks okay. And I bought this black yesterday from Blick because when we painted cardinals, I needed black for the face, but I realized that this black has a lot of blue undertones, so it's not my favorite. I don't know if I can return this, but it's not my favorite. I'll probably just keep using it until I run out, but I don't think I'm going to purchase it again, or I just want to see if there's another better black out there. But yeah, let's go ahead and refill some of these bottles. Let's see, the green is running kind of low. Yeah, let's do it. Great, all the pencils are done. On to the paints. So like I said, inside the store, they didn't have some of my colors. So, I mean, that's okay. But I just had to buy them online. So I went ahead and did that last night. And any extras I'm just gonna leave at my studio. All right, let's do the red. And actually buying online was a lot more cost effective because these are 4-ounce bottles and they're about, you know, $3 to $4 depending on what color you're getting. I was able to get 8-ounce bottles, so twice as big as these for only $5. So I was like, wait, what? So I think maybe just buying online will be better moving forward. Tonight we're going to be painting fall watercolor wreaths, so having red, yellow are going to be super important. So satisfying to have like a full bottle. Okay, magenta. I am running low on that too. And for some reason, this month of November, I have a lot more workshops than normal. Usually I only have like, you know, maybe 2 to 4 on average. But this month I have like 7, 8 or so. That's a lot. Okay, blue is pretty full, so I'm gonna leave it, but my green is definitely low. But green is one of the colors that I couldn't get inside the store. This is plenty for one workshop, so I'm not too concerned. I think I will need to buy another squeeze bottle for this one. And when I order from Blick, it actually arrives pretty quickly because Blick's headquarters is here in Illinois. It's actually not that far from my house. So I wish I could just like go and pick it up, but I always order enough to qualify for free shipping anyway. So I'm not concerned. I'm sure it'll arrive before my next workshop. The line is down to here, but it's still enough. All right, so let's go ahead and just package these up. So let's go ahead and just put these in the container. So I realize that I do have to keep these bottles facing up because it does sometimes creep into the little gap. Sometimes it spills out of here and then it kind of catches inside this area. So I found that keeping it upright is the best, but since I do have a gap here, I usually just crumple up some to just act as a buffer. Sometimes if I buy these bottles while I'm out, then I'll stick those in here as well. So actually maybe I will just put the extra bottles in here. Yeah, they all fit, so I think that's good. I'm just gonna stick the paper bag just in that corner, and then that way everything is pretty secure. Hello. So I'm back in my studio and I'm all bundled up with my fuzzy blanket because I'm so cold. Anyway, I did record something right after my workshop while I was in the car, but then I don't think I actually hit record. So I was like, oh, because I was transferring files to the computer and I was like, wait, where did that footage go? So I'll try to recall what I recorded earlier. I think what I love most is like when the attendees or participants, whatever you want to call them, have a little bit more confidence about watercolor or about themselves or about creativity in general. And that makes me so happy. Like when they say things like, like, oh, it seemed really hard, but I did it. Like that makes me so happy. Yes, you did it. Or like when they feel like they could just relax and they could enjoy themselves. I'm like, yes, that is what it's all about. I never want them to paint exactly like me because what fun would that be, right? And also, I'm me and you are you, and it's going to be next to impossible to do exactly what I'm doing, But the way that I teach is that I teach the basics. I teach them to be comfortable with their tools, and then having some basic techniques like under their belt gives them that confidence to be able to paint and not feel like you have to paint it exactly the way that I am. So I love that some of them, made those comments. It's just music to my ears. So these were some of the wreaths that we painted. This was the first one that we did, and we just learned how to paint leaves and then arrange them on a wreath. And then these next two I painted just during the free time towards the end of the workshop. So this one is just like sunflowers and some leaves around it. And then this one is flowers and the branches around the wreath. I mean, you know me, I love to paint wreaths and I love florals, and I just love being able to, share that love with other people. So I think that's basically what I said in my original clip. I guess we'll never know. Yeah, this week was, pretty long with a lot of stuff going on. But thanks so much for coming along for the ride. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. And if you're not, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about what I showed you in this vlog, and if you'd like to see more of something. I wish you well, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.